Let's talk about the future, but not the distant flying car future. I'm talking about the very near future. What if I told you that by 2026, the way we work, the cities we live in, and even the limits of our own bodies could be, well, completely different? Today, we're diving into the tech trends that are already here and set to absolutely redefine everything. So let's kick things off with a number that should really make you sit up and listen. 70%. Some experts believe that's how many of our everyday work tasks AI could be handling by 2026. And no, this isn't just about a few factory jobs. This is a fundamental change to what it even means to have a career in pretty much every field you can imagine. So when you hear a number like that, you gotta ask, right? What does this future actually look like? It's more than just better chatbots or faster computers. We're talking about a total rewiring of how our society functions. And in this explainer, we're gonna give you the roadmap.
Here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at how work itself is getting automated. Then we'll zoom out and see how the world around us is getting intelligent. From there, we'll zoom right back into the tech in your pocket. After that, we'll get a little sci-fi and see how reality is getting a serious upgrade. And finally, we'll look at humanity's next frontier, the stuff that pushes the boundaries of biology itself.
Okay, so let's start with the change that's gonna hit most of us first, our jobs. You need to stop thinking of AI as just a program you open. Think of it as your new digital coworker, one that can take a project from an idea all the way to the finish line. So check this out. This is the new way things get made, and it is a complete game changer. It all starts with a person's idea. You just sketch it out. Low-code platforms like Bubble or Microsoft Power Apps turn that sketch into a design. Then, generative AI steps in and writes the actual code. And finally, you have AI agents, like Devin, that test it, debug it, and deploy it. You're not just a user anymore. You are the creator, and AI is your entire development team. And listen, this isn't some far-off theory. This is happening right now. Big companies using tools like ServiceNow and Zapier are already reporting a 65% drop in repetitive work. That means whole departments, from finance to HR, are having their entire workflows automated. We've moved past automating single tasks, we're now automating entire systems.
Okay, so we've seen what's happening inside the office. Now let's zoom out into the physical world. Because that same intelligence that's changing our jobs, it's also being literally built into the fabric of our cities, our supply chains, and our homes.
The scale of this is, well, it's just mind-boggling. We're talking about over 30 billion connected devices out there by 2026, and this chart gives you an idea of where they are. We're talking smart infrastructure, like traffic lights in Singapore that actually react to traffic in real time. We're talking logistics, where Amazon warehouses basically manage themselves. And, yep, commercial robots like those little Starship delivery bots you see cruising around college campuses. Our environment is waking up. And it's not just tiny sensors. For the first time, humanoid robots are clocking in for their first real shifts. You've got Figure AI helping build cars at BMW. You've got Digit from Agility Robotics working in warehouses. And of course, there's Tesla's Optimus doing tasks in their factories. But here's the real kicker. By 2026, they're expected to cost less than a small car. That's when things get really interesting. All right, from the massive scale of smart cities, let's bring the focus way back in, right into the palm of your hand. Because the tech we use every day, our phones, our laptops, is about to get a massive upgrade. They're becoming predictive, proactive, and surprisingly, a lot more private. The secret sauce behind all this is something called Edge AI. So instead of your data having to take a round trip to a giant server farm in the cloud, the processing happens right there, on your device. What does that mean for you? It means everything is faster, more private, and just works better. It's like having a supercomputer in your pocket that doesn't need to phone home to think. And this isn't science fiction, it's already here. The newest chips from Apple, Qualcomm, and Intel are all built for this. They're the reason your phone can do things like translate a conversation in real time or have a voice assistant that actually understands you, all without an internet connection. And what all this is leading to is a fundamental change in our relationship with our devices. AI isn't just an app you open anymore. It's being baked right into the operating system. Imagine an OS that knows what you need before you do, that automates the boring stuff, and acts as a genuine partner in getting things done. That's where we're headed. Okay, we've talked about our jobs, our cities, and our personal tech. So what's next? Well, now we're talking about upgrading reality itself. The line between the digital world and the physical one is getting very, very blurry. There are two main flavors of this. On one side, you've got augmented reality, or AR. This is where you overlay digital stuff onto the real world. Think of navigation arrows that look like they're painted on the road ahead of you. But then, you have extended reality, or XR. This is a whole other level. It's about creating fully immersive, AI-generated worlds that you can step into and interact with. It's the difference between seeing information and actually being inside it.
All right, for our final section, we are heading into some seriously mind-bending territory. We're going to look at the innovations that aren't just changing our world, but are starting to challenge the very limits of what it means to be human.
Quantum computing has always felt like it's just 5 years away, right? Well, it's getting incredibly close to being useful. Look at the numbers from IBM. We're talking about machines with the power to solve problems that would take a normal computer millions of years. This is the kind of power that could unlock new medicines, create new materials, and solve some of humanity's biggest challenges.
And speaking of breakthroughs, in healthcare, AI is already saving lives. Today, right now. We have AI from Google's DeepMind that can spot signs of disease in a retinal scan before a human expert can. We have hospitals using AI to predict deadly conditions like sepsis hours before the first physical symptoms even appear. This is a revolution in medicine, happening in real time. And that brings us here, to the most incredible frontier of all, connecting our brains directly to computers. What started out as pure science fiction moved into labs, then clinical trials, and in 2024, it became a reality, with the first human implant from Neuralink. The potential to restore communication and movement for people with paralysis is staggering, and honestly, that's just the very beginning. So we've seen how AI and technology are about to transform pretty much every part of our existence. The future isn't coming, it's already here and it's accelerating. So the real question isn't about the technology anymore, it's about us. When our technology can think for us, build for us, and even heal us, what does that mean is next for humanity? What do we do next?